Okay, good Monday morning. No, Monday evening. I always say that. Good Monday evening, everybody. I'm so used to saying morning, but it's Monday evening, and it's what time is it? It's 6 o'clock. It's ready for the coffee chat. Everybody got their coffee? I don't have any coffee. I drink coffee in the morning. I've got my LaCroix, just fizz water, and that's what I drink. So Sue's on.
I'm here.
Hi, Sue. And the lucky dogs are here. Cassie's, I think, laying on Sue, and Abby's laying somewhere on the floor behind me. So we're here, and a little overcast right now, but it usually is this time of day, this time of year. We tend to get a little more overcast. We get evening or afternoon thunderstorms, and yesterday we had a big thunderstorm. It was lightning, and lightning had hit the modem. We both looked over and seen sparks flying out of our modem, and I figured, well, here goes the modem. It's going to be gone, possibly burn the TV out and everything else, but it didn't miss a beat. The modem continued to work, and we're on Spectrum. That's our provider. But people have been complaining all day today that they have had outages. Their cable, the TV's out, the internet's out, but we really locked out and didn't have anything out, so we did pretty good. So anyways, Seven's on. Hi, Seven. How you doing? Good Monday afternoon. It's, for her time, it's about 5 o'clock, so I didn't say hi to Google. Hey, Google. Good day.
Hi, Lucky Dog. The time is 6:01 p.m. Right now in the land it's 84 and partly cloudy. Tonight it's predicted to be 79 with a thunderstorm. By the way, you need to set out trash.
Yeah, I'm glad she reminded me.
Have a nice
day. I knew I had to set out the trash. I haven't done it yet, but I will here after the chat. I don't always forget it, but sometimes I forget it.
Yeah.
And
usually you have it done by now.
By now I usually have it done, but I've been doing a lot of different things today. This morning my brother Ron, he's always on here, but he won't be on here tonight because he's on the road right now. Oh, how's it going? Hey, I need to set out my trash too. Hey, there's Larry. I haven't seen Larry for a long time. How you doing, Larry? Good to see you come aboard. Larry has a Roadtrek, very similar to ours, and he does some camping and road trekking and that. So, well, I'm glad to see Larry come back aboard. Oh, and I haven't seen you for a while. So anyway, I was talking about Ron. Ron, my brother, he's heading down this way because he lives in Myrtle Beach, and they've got Florence. Florence is coming at him, so he decided to evacuate. Got a little map here of some of the hurricanes going on here. Boy, you know, they said it was going to be a lesser season, you know. Larry says, doing good. Bev and I will be on the road starting Wednesday. Well, there you go.
Don't go to Myrtle Beach.
Don't go to Myrtle Beach. Put a map up here. We've got storms stacked up, but Florence looks like he's going to do deadhead right into right where Myrtle Beach is. Larry says, spending part of our time in Florida. Well, good. Glad to see. If you get in this area, holler. Maybe we do a meetup. That would be awesome, Larry.
That would be great.
So anyways, don't go to the Carolinas. So my brother, he's on it. He called me about, it was about 4 o'clock. He was in Savannah, Georgia. He's heading down this way because we look like we're going to be the clear this year. But for this one this year. So in several spots we'll be visiting Florida. Florida's great. Love Florida. So much to see down here. But so yeah, Ron's heading down this way. I expect him to be down here around 8 o'clock or so. Sometime after the chat. So he decided to leave, you know. Yeah, Larry, I think it'd be cool to meet up there. So if you happen to get in this area, you know, give us a shout out. You never know. We were going to do the meetup with Robert from Traveling with Robert. We were going to do that a week ago Saturday, but he had issues with his car. They had to put a brand new motor on it. He's doing his East Coast swing. He lives in Miami Beach. And he's heading up to Maine, up there, but he's trying to get to Hershey. There's a big RV show and a meetup up there by this coming Wednesday. Well, anyways, he had his his car. Oh, is this time slot temp change right? No, this is a permanent. We're doing Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we're doing Thursdays at morning at 8 a.m. Thursday morning. So Thursdays and Mondays, there's our permanent time slot right now. So Thursday morning 8 a.m., Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And there's Tammy. Hey, there's Tammy. Glad to see Tammy come aboard. So anyways, Robert had to put a new motor in his car, and he was over a week late and taken off. So he took off yesterday, I believe, and he emailed me, and I said he was at that time he was in Savannah, but he got like Charlotte, and the engine started acting up, and now he's boondocking at a repair shop, and so the new engine's not working well. And there's Jeff. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Good to see Jeff coming aboard. So anyway, so Robert's somewhere up around Charlotte with the hood up, and he's boondocking in a mechanic's parking lot. So this has been a bad trip for him. So it'd be interesting to see the video when he
finally got off.
Yeah, he gets on the road, and then after he gets on the road, the dang, he thought it would be better, but dang thing quit working again. It was misfiring and stuff. Hopefully maybe it's something minor and they'll get him on the road again. So I'm sure he's stressed out to the pieces, so on it. So I'm glad to see everyone. We got Tammy and Jeff, and we got 7 aboard, and there's me and Sue's here, and the Lucky Dogs, they're all here on it. So anyways, I've been watching the weather. Actually, we was watching the weather earlier. Yeah, so yeah, he's having a bad time, Tammy. He's not gone very far as what he wanted to. It's probably one of his memorable trips. He ain't gone very far, you know. And so yeah, we was watching the weather. We had that storm that came through here as Labor Day, and it went up towards Ohio where we used to live, and their county fair was going on. It started Saturday, and that rain was coming down, and they set real low, their fairgrounds, and back in '69 it completely flooded there. And so we was watching that real close. They was expecting up to 6 inches of rain on Saturday and Sunday, and they in fact evacuated, took all the cattle out of the fair and moved it all out, and luckily enough it stayed south, and everything was okay, and the fair is back to normal, so they only got a couple inches of rain on it. So this time of year the weather plays havoc on everybody, you know. It really makes a difference. So, and Sue says meet Larry. Larry Gosselin, he is from Wisconsin,
I think,
and he's been chatting with us since the beginning. Yeah, he's been there right towards the beginning of our chats. Larry,
yeah,
he's been he's one of
our first.
He's one of the original.
Cuckoo Bird.
Yeah, hi Cuckoo Bird. Cuckoo Bird, he's up here on the top. I'm Cuckoo Bird. But our mascot is Cuckoo Bird. I don't know if Larry's met Cuckoo Bird or not. Tammy says we had some storms and steady rain for 2 days. Temperatures in the 60s all weekend.
Wow.
And so everybody's saying hi. Well, like I said yesterday, we had that storm, and sparks come flying out of our modem, and I was almost certain our modem was fried, but never missed a beat. It's still working. I've been on it all day doing stuff online, and of course I'm doing the live chat, and apparently it's working. So in the other chat, I think we got our sound problem fixed up here.
That was wild last time.
Yeah, we did one the other day. 7 was on and did a little test thing of I reset it. So hope sound sounds good. If it don't, let me know. But did some changing around and that. So what started it all was I was trying to get sound when I show websites, and that's what kind of threw me off. And it's still a little tricky, but I think I got it figured out. So anyways, yeah, 7 said it was great. Yeah, it worked out good, that chat did. We talked about the boiling frog syndrome. I don't know if you've ever done that, but the boiling frog syndrome, I'll go over it quick because we did talk about it, and it was in the last video. But you slowly raise the temperature up on a frog in a pot of water, and it doesn't realize it. Pretty soon you boiled the frog. And what that refers to as industries and stuff that raise prices a little, and thinking you're not noticing it. I do, but some people don't notice it until they get it up where it's expensive. And so that's the boiling frog syndrome. That was kind of a cool. Someone else did that, and I kind of repeated it from them. But I thought it was fun, you know. Yeah.
So why would you boil a frog? Oh, frog's legs, right? No.
I get. I don't like. Any guys like frogs' legs? I don't.
I've eaten them.
Yeah, I haven't. I have not ate them because my theory is if I won't pick it up, I won't eat it. You know. And frogs, I don't like frogs. I won't pick them up, so I don't eat it. I don't like snakes. I don't pick them up, and I won't eat it. But other stuff I will, fish and all that. So, you know.
Big old cow, huh?
Yeah, big old cow. I'll pick a cow up. I used to milk cows, you know. So anyway, let's talk about the fall colors. They're coming on. Won't be long. Within the month, probably within this coming month, there'll be fall colors starting up north. And we have fall colors. They're not as heavy as what they are there, but if you look, there is fall colors here on it. So
It's like
Sue says, and Tammy says that's her favorite time. I don't mind fall in Florida. I didn't like it up north, but I don't mind. And like Seven says, we become complacent. We do. You know, we don't pay attention to stuff, and they'll raise prices up and stuff.
Drops.
And so you're not on the same page as me. She's over there talking about stuff, and I'm not even on the same page. You know, get on the same page.
Get on the same page.
Yeah. Because I like, what is Sue talking about? You know, she's over there yakking away. I was like, well, I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm chuckling at the comments.
Well, she's reading the comments way ahead of me, and I haven't gotten to them yet. And so it's like, she's not on my same page. Follow with me, the bouncing ball, and read the bouncing ball, you know? Anyways. So yes, Seven says, yes, my son is asked to go frogging. I've never wanted to go frogging. I don't like frogs. And Larry said instead of a 5-pound bag of sugar drops, it goes to 4 pounds. And we as consumer are not supposed to notice, and that's true. We just had hot dogs for lunch. I always liked Nathan's hot dogs. They used to be really good, and I've just noticed they're not so good. But they lowered the price of them, but some they've done to lower the quality of them, and I just don't think they're so good. And that's what they want you to do, not notice and get hooked on their product. That's what we eat. It's like, I'm not that way. I eat what's good. And Jeff says, and then you get frog legs. I love holding frogs, but don't want to eat them. Tammy, you're a frog holder? Don't kiss it, though. You don't want to kiss a frog. You'll get warts.
Warts.
I don't know if that's true or not. So, yeah, I'm just not a frogger. Frogs are friends, not food. Yeah, they're our friends. You know, you get these frogs on the windows down here. I don't know if you get them up north, but those tree frogs, you look out the window, especially at night, it seems like, and you look through the windows, and here's this frog plastered right to the window. It's like little suction cups, you know, and it's plastered right to the window there, and I don't think they look so good myself. They look kind of weird. But another frog story related with hurricanes, I remember back in '04 when we had all these hurricanes came through. After the hurricanes, we had these tiny little frogs about the size of your little fingernail, and they were coming in under the door sweep, and I literally had to take a broom and sweep them out. It was crazy, you know. So, and Tammy said exactly, Seven. Yeah, frogs are not food. The bouncing ball. Yeah, that's follow the bouncing ball. Bob's on his page. Okay, I love to catch frogs. So Seven likes to go out and catch frogs. I don't know why, Seven, you don't put me in mind the one that like to go out and catch frogs. But maybe I look like I would, but I don't want to catch no frogs. Tammy says we are just talking about that today, Bob. Ding dongs are half the size, and I don't kiss frogs unless you count the toads I've kissed. I think everybody's kissed a few toads in there. That's hecka when your ding dong gets small. That sound right? Oh, anyways, so Seven says I used to catch them and put them in my jewelry box when I was little. I cannot figure out why they would die. Hey, Froggy, what are you doing? Just like, we didn't mess with frogs a whole lot, but we have a lot of them down here. You know, it's the Froggy things. Sue says I hate small ding dongs. All right, Sue. I'm going to take a drink. I don't know where this conversation's going, but kind of interesting. Huh?
What are you talking about? We like ding dongs. They're chocolate little round things. They're good.
Never mind me.
I like them.
Yeah. Oh my God, that came out bad, didn't it? Wow, I don't know. If you have a mind like mine, it might be bad because, you know, my mind is.
I like a big ding dong.
And now Sue's cracked up, so we got the conversation off to a good laugh. Tammy's laughing now. So anyways, Jeff says, I hope Florence drops in intensity as soon as Sue gets done laughing so we can talk here. Yeah. So hope Florence drops in intensity by the time it gets here. Yeah, so yeah, Jeff's in Tennessee, so I'm sure it's going to come across that way. Well, you know, my brother's house up down here in Florida, the houses, Bob is red. Down here, and Tammy sounds like Sue right now laughing, but sometimes I gotta take you girls to calm you down. Back to a serious note.
There's no pictures of ding dongs.
No, there's no pictures of ding dongs. Am I gonna have to look for a picture of ding dong, you know? Oh man. Sue's just laughing away and we're trying to figure out what's going on. Let's see something. Let's see what we can find here. Alright. There. If everybody is interested, this is a ding dong.
That's right.
So we put up a picture of ding dong. So this is what we're talking about, is the little snack cake with cream inside. So in case everybody's just happens to be wondering there, that's what we're that's exactly what we're talking about.
Sounds like Muttley.
Muttley. Oh my God, Muttley. This is going to be the laugh chat, you know. I like ding dongs; they're good, you know. It's crazy. And Tammy's on the floor. Sue's actually on the floor over here too. Just take your glasses off. I'm gonna have to mug her so I can continue talking. You know, that's trouble if your mic picks up everybody on the background. Anyway, we're gonna try to get back to hurricane for a moment. Yeah, this hurricane looks nasty coming across. Today it's went up to a category 4. I said one reason my brother is coming down here, he's very close to the path, and his house is wooden. Here in Florida, they build the houses out of block, and I've been through like 8 hurricanes in this house, and yeah, Sue's losing her breath in her mind. So anyways, our house is so solid when there's a hurricane. Last year when Irma came through, it came through at night. We was in bed, and I woke up. I couldn't hear nothing. And I thought maybe it just passed on by or just kind of fizzled out. And I got up, and that was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was blowing about 120 mile an hour. Trees were sideways, and Jeff said he'd be right back. He's got to catch his breath, too.
He's going out for a ding dong.
Yeah, he's going to go get a... So anyways, the difference, a wooden house won't take that same amount of wind as it would in there. So... he decided to leave, and he can replace his homes and stuff. He can't replace themselves. And Jeff, Larry says in the hurricane areas, doors open out. Up north, doors open in.
Huh.
Yes, I didn't think about
There
that.
are a lot of doors that open out around.
But now ours opens in. Our
Well,
front
yeah,
door does.
regular, but-
You know.
But they have lots of businesses.
Yeah,
that
there
do
is a
that.
lot of businesses do that. You know. I didn't think about that. I'll have to keep my eye on that now. You know. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I'll have to pay attention to that. I know ours opens in because our front door opens in on it. It does, doesn't it? Or does it open
Well,
out?
ours open in.
Yeah, ours open in the front door. See, Larry got me thinking now because I have to go look at my door. But no, it opens in.
Yeah, but there are lots of doors.
Yeah.
It's doors because it's confusing. They pull out
Yeah.
to open it.
And Larry says I don't miss putting up hurricane shutters. I have put up plywood, or I've got actually these sheets I put up, but I quit doing it. I guess something could fly through your window, but last several hurricanes I don't put up the window things anymore. I keep some panels here in the house during the hurricane in case something would hit the window to board it up, but I don't know. I just don't put them up anymore. I never felt I needed to. Plus, your house is so dark. You put all those boarding on your window, and you live in a cave. And the last thing I got was these. It's like a roofing thing. It's like a corrugated roofing, but they're clear. They're kind of like a fiberglass, and they do let light in on it. So, and I want to know what's going on outside. I don't like the windows all boarded up where I can't tell what's going on because I want to see what's happening. So I don't put them out, but most people will put up shutters, and it's a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of work on it. So Tammy said she didn't know that doors are opened in either on it. So, and Larry said his house in Tampa, the doors opened out. And some Northerners put your doors in, Bob. So that's what it was. Northerners built my house, and they put the doors in. That's why. And that could be, yeah, because they get contractors come and go out of Florida all the time. So that's interesting. I'll have to look at that more and pay more attention to doors, you know.
Corrugated plastic, that's it.
Yeah, it was like a corrugated plastic.
Yeah, it looks like the stuff you put over a sunroom or something.
Yeah, and we did that last minute. I had a friend came over and stayed with us. They lived beachside. That was during Matthew. And the Ballon Tournament wanted shutters up, and I didn't have any, so we had to go down and buy stuff and put them up at the last minute. They helped me put them up, and I still got them. But last year during Irma, I didn't put them up, you know, and really didn't. Yeah, it's called Cora plastic, you know, and so, but they're better than the plywood because they do let light in, you know. Yeah, yes. And Tammy said she's used to tornadoes. You know, tornadoes aren't as predictable as hurricanes. Like this one out here this is what, Monday, and it's not supposed to hit the Thursday or Friday up there, so you got a few days to get ready on it. And yeah, Larry says Corbat's a 3M product, and so anyway, so you got days to get ready, and people don't, even down here, you know, when they got all this time, we're always ready. I mean, I have water, gas, I'm all ready to go, so people don't take it serious enough. If you go to the store, I'm sure up there in Carolinas now, you won't find water on the shelves. Food's all gone. That's the way it was here. You just go to the store, there's nothing on the shelves. It's empty.
We went a week ahead, didn't we?
Yeah, we went a week ahead, and water was getting picked over, but we got plenty of water. We got gas, and we went way before most everybody did. But people were starting to go, you know. Okay, Tammy says 7. We aren't that far apart. You guys are pretty close, you know. He says sounds exactly what it was. So, and 7 said, "Woo woo, Tammy, yeah, you guys are neighbors, you know. Oh, that's cool." Larry said my old company GE also makes Chloropass. Oh, cool.
You work for GE? Okay.
Yeah, so they that stuff. I mean, I've got them all marked, and I have a few still sitting here in the garage. I usually kept them out in the shed, but they're ready if I want to put them up. You know, I just have to take time to put them up. On it. Danny says when it snows, we run out of bread and milk at the stores, and yeah, that's what happens. You want to make sure you have plenty of that. We just got groceries here about a week ago because we go once a month. Oh, beer, you can't forget beer. And so right now we're fairly well stocked, and my brother, I think he stocks up on meat. He said he's got tons of meat he's bringing down. If the electric goes out, he'll lose all of it, so he's bringing it along with him. So he's that, and he's got his 3 birds. So they're kind of noisy. It's gonna be fun. His one bird's pretty big. He was trying to figure out how to get it out of the cage. He doesn't handle it much, and I said, well, throw a towel or blanket over it, and it'll squawk. But then you can pick it up, put it in your little travel cage. Yeah, and the 7 says yes, and we run out of shovels and salt. You know, every once in a while we'll get a little frost here in Florida, and go try to find a window scraper in Florida. You can't find them. You know, you can go all over the place, and you can't find a window scraper. And he says, right, Sue in 7. Yeah, Jeff said GE used to have a big place there in Tennessee, so that's pretty cool. So if you guys talking about different areas, and we're all over the country, if you guys had to move to another state, and any of you guys, what state would you move to? Myself, I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to stay right in Florida. You know, Florida is a great.
If you had to move.
If I had to move, well, it'd have to be somewhere warm. You know, Cuba. You know, I don't know, some place like that. I mean, I really don't want to move. Texas would be okay, but it still gets cold there. Maybe South Texas, down like South Padre Island, and you know, down Corpus Christi, way down south. That wouldn't be so bad. What?
Southern California, but that's
Southern,
so expensive.
Well, it is too. So, but yeah, I mean, that would I'd prefer to stay right in Florida. But I love Florida. It's the best state in the country, in my book. That's my thinking. So, I want it. And 7 says that's this is so weird. Never thought about a scraper. Yeah, you can't get a scraper, or you know, it's like whatever it does. If you take an old credit card or something, it'll work. But yeah, it's hard to find scrapers here. Another thing is electric blankets. Once in a while, it will get chilly, and I want an electric blanket. And you can't find electric blankets here. They're hard to come across. Larry says, I'm an electronics design engineer, Sue. I work for GE Healthcare and design medical instruments. That's pretty cool. It's like 7. That's pretty cool. That's been a good field to be in too, you know, because healthcare is a good, solid job. So Jeff said he'd come to Florida if he had to go somewhere. Yeah, to me, that would be my choice. But everybody has different choices where they'd want to live, you know. Tammy says somewhere warmer than it is here. Tim is sitting here, and we can't make up our minds, trying to figure out where you want to go. Larry says Bev and I will be stopping in Texas to visit relatives at 2 locations before we head east to Florida. That's cool. We watch Rusty every day. He's in Texas. He's in Burnett, Texas. Kingsman or Burnett, Texas. You know, 7 says Middle Texas, I think, hurricane free, not Florida, because I'm scared of hurricanes. Hey, if you've ever went through a hurricane, you'd never be scared of one. At least I've never been. I've been through
Matthew was my first one.
Yeah, Sue did math. She's been through 2 of them now. And what's your feelings of hurricanes now that you've been through them?
I'm not too worried about them. I mean, Irma was huge. It was the uncertainty of Irma.
Yeah.
That's what was.
And that's the biggest one I've ever seen was last year was Irma. But I've never been scared of a hurricane. They're more of a pain in the butt than they are anything else, especially if your electric goes off. That's the biggest thing that bothers me about the hurricanes is just no power, because it's hot here and then you have no AC, you know. So that's my biggest. The hurricane itself, it doesn't bother me. It's not really that big a deal, because at least our house is pretty solid, you know. Tammy said, I'll send you a blanket, Bob. I need a blankie, you know. It's like they're hard. We got one, didn't we? Had one little comforter that has electric, and I'll throw it on here in the chair to keep warm. But I get cold easy, though. I'm talking about something below 70 degrees and I'm cold. So I'm a wimp, you know. And so Sue says, interesting, Larry, my son is a salesman for Toshiba, and he sells medical equipment for hospitals. For Toshiba, he sells their brand of stuff on it. So he goes all over the place doing that. Tanny said, I woke up in a tent in my first hurricane. Oh no, that's not too much protecting, you know.
Skip down to my response and then go back to 7.
Where did you go to sleep, Tammy? You want to sleep somewhere else and you woke up in a tent. Okay, did Andrew hit Daytona? Don't think. They probably had effects of Andrew. Andrew was a pretty tough one, the way it hit down.
That was back in the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's been long. I wasn't here then. But Andrew was a pretty tough hurricane. You know, if you're over by the shore is the big deal, because it's more the surge, the storm surge. That's the biggest thing. But if you live inland a little bit, you don't get the storm surge. Plus, when you buy any place in Florida, the first thing you want to do is look at your elevation, and never buy somewhere in a lower elevation. Our little allotment here is 93 feet above sea level, which is one of the highest areas in the county, and that's what you look for, because if it would flood here, the entire county would be flooded. So, and it could happen, but I doubt it, you know. But that's kind of the big thing you'd want to look for.
So 04 was the last one you had 4 that year, right?
04, we had 4 hurricanes in 04.
And then
none until Matthew.
16 in Matthew.
You know, there was a couple little storms, but nothing major, you know. So anyways, Sam says we were camping in Destin, and I just got that, Sue. And that sounds scary. I wake up in a hurricane, and I've been in a hurricane on a cruise ship. You know, that was fun. And it was wasn't scary, but the boat was rocking. People was getting seasick, you know, but I didn't. I've never been seasick, you know. Now Tammy says, 7, that was scary. I got stung by my first bee while I was packing up too. Oh, bee stings are no fun. We found scorpions out our flying film. We was wondering if their sting wasn't about the same as a bee sting, because they're not very big. They're like, you know, just tiny little things with the little tail up on it. And Destin is beautiful in Navarre Beach. Larry says stops for a week in Branson, number 1 national park in Arkansas, 3 in national park in Texas, and national parks in Florida, a few days. Fort Wilderness with other Roadtrek. That'll be fun, and lots of other stuff to do. That sounds like a great trip, Larry. You're gonna have a great time. So was Omai and said, when are you going to be in Branson? Because that's close to 7's area, is Branson. That's up in that area. Larry said, I need to know schedule for a stop to meet. Yeah, that'd be nice if you get over this way. We can show you a few things around this area. There's a lot around here to do. 7 says we're going to Branson October 12th to 15th. That'll be fun. Branson's cool. I've never been there. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff, but Branson's a really nice place. He says, oh no, Bob, that's my worst nightmare, is going down on a sinking ship. I don't like cruise ships. I've been on quite a few of them, but I never really liked them that much. They're, I don't know. I just am not a cruise ship person, you know. The hurricane didn't scare me. It was just everybody was getting sick. Oh. So Jeff says Branson and Northwest Arkansas are pretty too. He says 7, you should stop and visit me on your way. That'd be cool. Have a meetup of the meetup. You know, we'll be in Branson 21st to the 29th of September. That's what Larry said. My 3rd trip to Branson. I've been on 12 cruises, said Larry. So yeah, I didn't know Larry did cruise, and people love them. You know, and everything's there for you. Everything you want is right there. Probably my biggest complaint of a cruise is I don't get enough time at the stops, you know, like 3-4 hours, you know, or so at the stops, and I want to see more of the islands or wherever you're going, and that's probably my biggest complaint of a cruise on it. Let's see, catch back up. 7 says, we are you again, Miller, St. Louis. So Tammy said Branson is very pretty. I'm right next to it. 7. Jeff says I was Galveston for 69 Camille. So Camille.
You said that before.
Yeah, Camille was a big storm.
Camille was huge, if I'm not mistaken.
7 says we love Branson and cruising. You know what, cruising would be more fun if you went with other people. Anytime I went was by myself, you know, and you know, it was okay, but I had relied on whatever the cruise ship provided or whatever we was looking at, you know, is all I did. So I never went with a party of people, you know. So yeah, you guys are pretty close. It's about the time my throat gets dry. 7 says awesome. Want to meet for dinner in Branson? There you go. You guys can do a meetup. That would be cool. You can call it the Lucky Dog Productions Meetup without Lucky Dog. Bob says, come on up. It would. That's a little ways to travel. We have cruised both ways by ourselves and with a group of friends. Nice both ways. So Larry enjoys the cruises. So yeah, they're a lot of fun. They're good value. The last one I went to was the one I said in that hurricane. They had it real good. I think it was like $150 a piece. Of course, we're right next to Port Canaveral, and you know, drove down, went out on it, and it was a bargain. You know, at that time I think we went to where did we go? Key West, and we went down to over to Nassau, and it was like a 3-day cruise, but it was worth the money. It was definitely worth the money, you know. And like I said, a bouncing ship don't bother me. I worked on boats. I've never been seasick, so I guess that probably could make you, if you're prone to being seasick, that could be nasty, you know. The son says I'm near St. Louis. I'd love to meet for dinner, though. So that'd be cool if you guys having to catch up with each other. That'd be awesome. I don't know if we'll ever get to do our meetup with Robert again or not. He keeps in touch with me, so maybe on his way back. I don't know, he's had so much issues. There says Ben and I'll be going through St. Louis again. Like to stop for a brewery tour. Yeah, brewery tours are fun. I've been through a lot of brewery tours. We need to plan a trip to the spaghetti factory in St. Louis. There's a spaghetti factory there, huh?
That sounds yummy.
Well, I don't like spaghetti, but it'd be interesting.
I've been to one in Ohio.
You went to, was that Muller, or what is that, Muller's? Or?
No, there's a place called Spaghetti Factory.
Oh, Spaghetti Factory, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 7 says we need to plan the trip to Spaghetti Factory. I think 7 and I are close. That's about 5 hours. So that's not too bad. He says, Larry, are you really ought to? And Larry also said I need to look up Spaghetti Factory. Is that a Spaghetti Factory? It's a restaurant. Okay, that's what it is. Sound like pasta. So, but what else do they have? 7 says you need to come up Bob Parks everywhere and park your camper. Yeah, you know, it'd be interesting, but you have to do it in the summertime, you know. When it gets cold, I don't want to be up there. So the Spaghetti Factory is a really neat place and love the food. So, yeah, I guess, see, I'm probably not familiar with it because I didn't go. It might be one around here, but I ignore it because I don't like pasta. So, I don't like spaghetti. I like the sauce. Leave the spaghetti off, give me the sauce. Just give me the sauce. They also have St. Louis style pizza in St. Louis.
What's that? Explain that.
What's the difference between St. Louis style pizza and the pizza I make? You don't know the pizza I make, so there's a lot of different ways they make pizza. You should come for fall, Sue. Well, I don't think so. I'm not impressed by fall colors. Sue is, you know, because I've always related fall colors that living in Ohio all those years, I hated winter with a passion. And so fall brings up memories of it's going to get cold and miserable, you know. So that's probably the main reason I don't care about the fall colors. You know, give me the hot sun. But anyways, cracker thin, I like that, you know.
That's your style.
Yeah, that's mine. I like a thin pizza. I don't like real thick pizza because it's too much dough and not enough stuff, you know. And Tanny says, I like Jersey pie. I've never had Jersey pie either.
Pizza pie. What's Jersey pizza pie? Is that big, thick where you fold it over?
Well, Larry don't care for the thin crust. I like more traditional pizza. And Bob, you mentioned Key West. Everyone should go there once. Yeah, I tell you what, Key West is just. I tell you, Key West. I've been Honolulu, Hawaii, and I've been to Kauai. It's a little garden island, and
all pizza.
And the best place I've ever been is Key West. You know, that's my favorite beach place of all time.
Hi, Sophie.
So 7 says, love it all. Chicago deep dish, cracker thin in between. And good morning, Sophie. How you doing? Good to see Sophie. We didn't see UK. He emailed me earlier. I thought he was coming aboard, but I haven't seen UK on.
11 o'clock. Now it's 11:30.
And
He did say that.
And it's morning for Sophie. She's in Australia. Yeah, that would be morning for Sophie. And Larry says, I've been to Key West, but can't really take the Roadtrek there too long. No, not unless you have a place to park it, you know. Love all pizza. It really is different. Morning, Sophie. If I can't have Jersey pie, like thin crust. Morning, Sue. Margaritaville, love Key West. Yeah, Margaritaville's cool. And last time we was down there, went to Sloppy Joe's, sitting in Sloppy Joe's, and the police were on horses, and they rode the horses right inside the bar. That was awesome. That was pretty cool. I wouldn't mind doing another trip down to Key West again. So what is Jersey pie?
I know it's pizza.
I know it's pizza, but it's like, yeah. So Key West is like nowhere else. That's true. And if any of you has watched any Howie Rolls video, Howie lived in Key West in his van. It wasn't a Roadtrek, but he built it. It's a Ford van.
And it's very stealth, no windows.
Yeah,
no markings,
because he lives in it. He's been living in it for several years, but he lived 2 years down in Key West, and he can tell you where to go camp anywhere because how he knows Key West. He's in California right now, getting ready to go back down to Texas, and I think he's coming back around this way. So back to it. It's beautiful. It is. It's just gorgeous down in the Keys. Like you said, Sue, fold it over. Yum. I have the white pie. It's garlic and white cheese. I like garlic. That's my go-to. Is if you don't like garlic, you wouldn't like my cooking because man, I throw garlic in it. So it's my go-to spice. So anyway, hey, this week I was gonna do. Did you guys like drive-ins? Well, did you like drive-ins? It's hard to find one now. I had this. I was going to use this a long time ago, but it happened to be Burt Reynolds and Sally Fields, and it says, "Would you like to see drive-ins come back the theaters?" And since then, Burt Reynolds has passed away, and I saw this little cartoon that says, "Hey, Snowflake, open up those pearly gates because the bandit's coming through." So. Yeah. I enjoyed his movies. He did with Sally Field and that, but he ended up having a heart attack here about a week ago. He lived down here in Florida, so Burt Reynolds is gone now. And but anyways, drive-ins was cool. I loved drive-ins when we was a kid. I used to go drive-in all the time. When I say kid, I was driving, a young person. But we had the Skyline Drive-In up in our town in Ohio, and drive-ins is something. I wish they'd bring them back, really, because drive-ins was a fun thing to do. Go out, sit in your car, eat popcorn or whatever, and watch a movie, whether it's good or not, So it's like Seven says, I'm getting ready to get out a frozen pizza. Not as good as it was what Tammy was describing, but she loves garlic. Tammy says, doggone it, my computer's buffering. Yeah, I hate it when computers buff it. Just says, if you don't like garlic, you must be a communist.
That's right.
That's right, you're a communist. If you don't like garlic, what are you doing in this country? Larry says, I have not been to a drive-in since I was a kid. Bev and I passed a few places in our last month road trip. I think there's one here in Ocala, there's a drive-in yet.
There's some in Ohio.
I think there's a couple in Ohio. Seven says, we have several drive-ins here. We haven't planned on a video about them. Young people don't know about it. Yeah, that'd be a cool video. Do a drive-in video. Says I miss the drive-ins. So, yeah, the drive-ins were fun. We had a good time when I was younger. If you didn't do nothing else, I don't know. It seemed like you really didn't care what movie was playing. It'd been nice if it was a good one, but you just get out. It was kind of like a little picnic. Sometimes you take food along, and but yeah, drive-ins were a lot of fun.
When you're dating, they're fun.
Yeah.
And then when you get older and have kids, they're fun because you take the kids in their PJs.
A lot of times the reason when you're dating that you have kids is because of the drive-in.
Here we go again.
Well, that's been the known fact that they said there was more babies conceived at our drive-in than anywhere else. It happens. He's a laugh out. It's a bucket list thing for everyone that should do. Yeah, go to the drive-in. That would be a cool thing, They have one in Piedmont, Missouri. And Seven says, we buy a bucket of chicken, yeah, or pizza and bring it in. Yeah, it would be cool. Seven says, baha, ding dong, ding. There goes the ding dong again. Now we're back to the ding dongs. It's we can't get away from the ding dongs. They just keep coming back, so that was an interesting topic. So anyways, we're back on the ding dong trail. This has been a good chat, It's crazy, but it's been a good chat. The chat's off chain again. Oh yeah, you send the kids down to the playground up front. Yeah, you kind of see them. You sit in your car and you see the kids. But he's like, you kids go down there and play, and it's like, have a little time yourself. So anyway, after the chat, Sue's still chuckling about the ding-dongs. It's like, Next time we go to the store, let's get some ding dongs. Yeah, it's like, you know, talk about sweets. I'm not a big sweet eater, and last week was Sue's birthday, and so I don't know why I got in the mood for chocolate cake. And I said, let's go get a chocolate cake. So we kind of made it her birthday cake, and it never has enough frosting, so we took a whole can of frosting and eat it. But I eat like one piece, and it's like makes my stomach burn, and I don't feel so well. And it's like I can do without sweets. And so then we had gotten stuff to make blueberry cobbler, blackberry cobbler. So I made that the other day, and it didn't come out good like I wanted it to. But I ate some of it. But again, after I ate it, it's like I wish I never had ate it. So I'm not a big sweet fan, you know. Definitely funds at Tammy. So I'll look for a ding dong the same again. It's like now you go to the store, you're gonna have a whole different look.
And when you stand there in front of the ding dongs and start laughing, nobody's
and they go, "What's wrong with her? She's standing in front of the ding dongs laughing," you know. Seven says, "Oh, yum, chocolate cake or red velvet." Yeah, red velvet's good. It's not so much I don't like the sweets. It just makes my stomach burn after I do it. Yeah, and blackberry cobbler is good. It's at 7, so I mean they're good stuff. I'm just not a. Oh, Jeff says only $2.99 at Target. Let's run down to the Target, get some ding dongs. There we go. That's what we're going to do. Head to the Target for some ding dongs.
Oh, Ron picks them up on the way by.
Yeah. My brother, he'll be here in a couple hours here. So he said, I'll be on the floor at the store. I can see that. Tammy, do a video of it. Tammy's video. Here we are. 7, she does food videos. 7, you go into the store and do us a video about ding dongs. That's your next project, is do a ding dong video and do a review. You know, I know it's going to be a good video. So that's
I stand when we go to the grocery store for cards. I'll buy a bunch of cards at one time, and I'll stand there and I'm reading these funny birthday cards, and I just start busting out laughing, and everybody's just looking at me like I'm nuts. And I'm like, you gotta read this card, it's so funny. But they don't get it.
They don't get it. Just as now you're talking 7, blackberry cobbler. It's good. I used to have a camper at a campground. I left it there permanently, and I had one of these big Dutch ovens, and I'd make this best blackberry cobbler, and then I would have an ice cream freezer and make homemade ice cream and blackberry cobbler. And I used a different recipe. The one I made the other day, it wasn't the right recipe. It didn't come out the way mine did. Mine was always really good, but I'd have to dig up that recipe again. I didn't have really the proper ingredients, but it is good, and it's good with homemade ice cream. It's if you haven't ever had the homemade ice cream, make it yourself. It's expensive, but it's good. You know. Tammy said, "I love it, 7. I can look at cards forever," said Tammy, and said, and Jeff says, "I'll never look at one again either." So I said, "Oh, yum video." Yeah, that'd be a cool video.
It was good. It tasted very good. It just wasn't, you know.
Well, the batter that I made wasn't the same. I never make anything by a recipe, but this one I did. I went exactly by the recipe, and didn't work out that good. It was you put the batter on the bottom and the blueberries on top, or black raspberry on top, and it's supposed to come up through, and it didn't. The berries stayed on top. It didn't come up through. So yeah, and that was the way it did. I don't remember doing it that way. I remember putting the batter on top of the berries. So and 7, you need to do a video on my blackberry. Well, I do one on if I get it right. This one wasn't right. You know, I'm my biggest critic when I cook. If something's good, I'll say, "Man, I made that good." But if it's bad, I'll say, "Yeah, it was terrible." So I am my own biggest critic. Debbie said, "I've been looking for a topic to build my channel." You know, that's a good thing. And I was talking about the other day about topics. You know, my channel is all over the place. There's all kinds of things. And I don't think it's helped my channel. I think it's probably hurt my channel, because most channels have one topic. But I mean, I go all over the place with different things. I would think I would get more, but I don't, you know. And I think it's a good idea if you start a channel to pick a topic and go down that road, because then you get your viewership, you know, looking for that. So you know, it's hard to do a channel and grow on it. So I'm soon up to 500. I need 7 more, 6 more.
494.
Yeah, 6 more, and I could get my 500. It means I'm halfway to the 1,000. So that took me about a year to do that, to get to 500. And I did for a while. I was doing a video every day, you know. Oh, Tanny says, I'm getting hungry for some reason. Huh, I don't wonder why you get hungry. Maybe you can get some ding dong. Run down to the store and get a pack of ding dongs, and that'll satisfy your hunger. There you go, Jeff. So, ding dongs and idiots.
There you go.
Yeah, we haven't put that up for a while. Idiots is our trademark, because it's like, if you're stupid, and that's the definition, idiots. Idiots are everywhere. Hey Google, what's an idiot?
Here's the definition of idiot. Informal. A stupid person.
A stupid person. I get the biggest kick out of the definition for idiot is a stupid person. Little 7 said, what's your hobby, Jeff? And that does help. Speaking of hobbies, but we have so much fun on your channel, Bob. We have a good time. You know, our channel has gotten better and better and better. It's like the live chat is just awesome. I enjoy. We have our core group, and we just have a blast. You know, it's like I kind of look forward to doing it. You know. So hobby, I'm a people watcher. Does that count? Yeah, you could do that. Really, you could probably do videos just watching what people going by.
Oh my gosh, you could go and sit at a mall or something.
Yeah.
Or Walmart. Well, they don't like you to tape in Walmart, but
don't do any.
Just sit and videotape people.
Don't do any window peeping. That wouldn't be very good.
No,
no. Anyway, the other day, 7 and John was asking about the drone, and there's another drone I forgot to mention. Actually, Robert had talked about in his chat the other night. The Spark, the little DJI Spark. They're like $3.99, I think, and that's another good one. It's limited, but that'd be another good drone, because you guys were asking me about what drone to recommend. But Spark would be another one, and I believe you can get them at Walmart. I think Walmart starts though. Sue says a stupid person. People watching is it is fun to watch people of Target. Oh. And Larry says, I love to watch people watch while I'm on a cruise. Yeah, and I'll do that. I'll watch, sit around and watch people, and it's fun. It's fun to watch. I was watching a squirrel earlier. I was taking some video out the window. There's a squirrel in our little bush out here, and he's eating the seeds off of it. And I was taking a video of the squirrel, and I'll maybe stick it in one of my video blogs on it. We did a blog the other day. Was out at we went out. It's a national forest out here, and supposedly it was a campsite out there. And I wanted to fly the drone. We got out there and it was all locked up. You couldn't get into it unless you had reservations for a group camping. And I looked it up before. I didn't see nothing about that. And pretty rough road going out there. But there's a lot of national forest, part of the Ocala National Forest. So I was a little disappointed we went out to that. But I did get some good drone videos. I'm going to make some more videos here of the drones. I went out the other day. I did a driving video I put up the other day about the boiling a frog, you know. So anyways, Jeff says it's fun, isn't it, Larry? It is fun to people watch. And 7 says, me too. I usually meet them all before we get off the ship. And see, I love people. So it's interesting, people on it. When I was filming the drone out here at another park, it had no smoking signs everywhere. And a lady was very kind, come by, and she was interested in the drone, and she had a cigarette right in front of the sign standing there, smoking her cigarette. It says, please do not smoke in our park. Please respect others. It's like, lady, I didn't say that, but don't you see the sign? So Tanny says, I've never been on a cruise, Larry, but I bet it's fun to people watch. And Sue says, I love to talk to people. And yes, I like to find people more ignorant than me. That is fun.
That's pretty easy, Jeff. I'm not saying you're ignorant, but everybody. Yeah,
how did that come out?
Ignorant people out there. I didn't read that at all, but yeah, there's lots of ignorant people.
So it says, I enjoy watching the drive-in Florida. So you get your camera and start filming. You know, sometimes that's what you can do. Just start filming things. My last video, I just put the camera in the car, and me and Sue was talking. We were just talking as we was driving out, and I do that every so often. And some of those come out good, and other ones don't. And we'll just pick out subjects to talk. Usually ends up talking about the idiot behind me tailgating me, or people speeding around you. But get a bunch of footage, start putting together, and sometimes it'll come together and you'll make a whole video out of it, you know. And Jeff says, me too, I like to watch traveling videos, and I do too. I really enjoy traveling videos. That's why I watched Robert traveling. Robert, he makes a really good traveling video. I just watched his last Finland one. He put it up just the other day or yesterday. Maybe it was today he put it up. But I just watched his last traveling video from Finland. Next one's supposed to be up north if he can ever get his car running to get up there. Hammy says, I can't talk anymore. Tim makes fun of me. You know, me and Sue make fun of each other, you know. It's, you know, and that's another thing when you're filming, getting used to talking to the camera. I can talk to a camera, don't bother me, you know. I've always done that because the biggest thing, you think you're going to mess up. Well, I already know I'm going to mess up, so I don't worry about it, you know. It's drone footage captivates me. Yeah, and it's fun. I'm going to have to throw in another one. I've got some really cool drone footage that I did. I did one by a marina and went up, and it looks down the St. John's River. And I just got Traveling Robert's notification 30 minutes ago. Yeah, that was his last Finland travel that he did. So, like I said, I think his next one is going to be on this trip. He's going to do a couple live chats, he said, on this trip that he's on now, if he can get his car going. You know? But yeah, I did that one, and I did another video at this was interesting with the drone. We went to this little park, and there's these really nice places, ride bicycles and walk. But you're just kind of in a little wooded area, and there's a little park that I could get my drone up, and as soon as you get it up in the air, pretty soon you can see this big lake right over top the tree. There's Lake Breesford, and so I took some interesting video over that, and I got to put that video together. I'll be working on that in the next few days on it, but that'll be probably my next vlog that I put up when I did some drone video over Lake Breesford and probably the St. John's River on it. So as weather cools down, I'll find more time to get out and fly the drone. It gets warm and I don't go out as much, you know, but now it's cooling down. In the mornings I'll feel like going out and hitting a few places and do some more drone videos. And like he says, oh, Traveling Robert is live now. That's the notice I got. Oh, so he must be live. He said he was probably going to talk about his car on it. So he said he would do some live ones. He's stuck in a parking lot, I think. So, let's see. Need a second to look here a minute. I'll see if I can bring that up. Get on the right page here. Yeah, the Robert said he was going to do some live streams out on the road. I don't see it yet. Let me get back down to Robert's page. Yeah, it says he's live. Let's see if I can live RV chat. Here he is. Let's see if we can put Robert on a dual page. And I'm going to turn my sound off a minute because you can maybe hear. Yeah, we're going to put. I'm going to turn my sound off a minute because you can maybe hear. Yeah, we're going to put.
That's how we found you. We went to YouTube to find our planet in the Hurricane Irma last year. Yeah, I did make that video as soon as I could. And the trips of Elder and Leticia. Hello, Robert. How are you? Are you away from the hurricane? Don't make that video. Right now, I am not. But the trips of Elder. By the time the hurricane here, I don't. Are you away from the hurricane? Are you changing old Kia for a Class B eventually? I cannot afford a brand new Class B at the moment. Anyway.
There, now I'm back up again. All right. Okay, I'm back.
I don't hear you, though.
You don't hear me? You'll hear me in a second because remember, it's a delay,
Yeah.
so I should be back. Anyways, I'll give you a quit. You should hear me now. I was playing around. This is where I had trouble the other day. When I go to put the sound up on the live feed, it'll come back on there. So anyways, that was Robert. He's doing his live feed right now, and I was going to type to him real quick. I was telling that, hey Robert, we have our live chat on your live chat. So it's fun. So we've been about an hour. Maybe I'll get on here and catch up with Robert's chat here a bit. So it's all been fun. We've had a good time talking about ding dongs tonight. So maybe I'll title this thing is do you like ding dongs? You know, maybe that'll work. So glad to see everybody come aboard. Our next chat will be on Thursday at 8 a.m. a morning chat. Hope to see you guys. That's Eastern time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And we're waiting for my brother to come. He's evacuating from Myrtle Beach, so he'll be coming down here. And so maybe the next live feed, my brother will be live with me. He's usually part of in the chat, so maybe he'll be live with me. And Tammy's going to go feed the animals. So, hey, we'll see everybody again on Thursday. Thursday morning. If you're near the hurricane, avoid the hurricane. And later gators. So everybody have a good Monday evening. I'll get my chat back up here where I can do my ending screen. See you guys later.